4th of July is a time for cookouts, friends, and family. But it's also a time, of course, to celebrate America. I've got my red tie on right here. So what better way than to watch the movies that make you feel nostalgic? Take us through the country's history. Richard Roeper is here. He's got some suggestions for us. This has to be a fun category to go through, right?
This is fun to put together.
Yeah.
These are films that celebrate the American spirit. They're about Americana, but also shine a spotlight on some of the struggles and difficulties we've had to overcome as a nation.
Well, we started with something that was first a book and then became a wonderful movie, To Kill a Mockingbird.
To Kill a Mockingbird, Harper Lee, one of the great American novels of all time, and Gregory Peck as Atticus Finch, who crusades for justice and is also the ultimate father figure, Alex. And again, this is some tough material at times here. We're talking about someone who's unjustly accused of a heinous crime, but this is an example when the system works. When the legal system works, it's still the best in the world. So, beautiful performance, and I think there's a reason why when we talk on Father's Day, a lot of times people talk about the great American movie Fathers, and it's also To Kill a Mockingbird.
Perfect tie-in in the summer. All right, next one up is American Graffiti from 1973.
Where were you in '62, baby? You know, this was the first of those one last night high school seniors, and we've seen that a million times. And George Lucas does this. It's so interesting to me, Alex, because it came out in '74, and it's nostalgic for 1962. So if we did a nostalgia movie now, would it be about 2014?
Right. Yeah, I can't think of how different would have been.
But the culture changed so much between 62 and 74. This is the end of the 50s, really, in the early 60s. So you had all the great rock and roll stuff, all the romances, the car chases, and the double album soundtrack kind of kicked off the whole era of soundtracks being a big deal with all those old songs. And it's just, again, it's that one last night where these kids are together, they've been through everything. And after this night, they're going to go in different directions. Some are going to go to college, some are going to go off to Vietnam. So it captures everything great and also kind of scary about America in 1962.
Very nice, very nice. Okay, when I think sports for 4th of July, I think baseball. So you've got The Sandlot on here.
Yeah, you know, I could have done Field of Dreams, but in The Natural. But what I love about The Sandlot is, again, it has that nostalgia, but it's all about the community. New kid moves in, and to get along with the other kids, he has to learn how to play baseball. So, you know, the sports is sort of secondary here. They love the game, but it's really about friendship and acceptance. And also, one of the most beautiful 4th of July scenes of all time. There's a barbecue, and then it's night, and the kids go out and they can play under the lights, and the lights are fireworks as Ray Charles sings America the Beautiful, one of the great American movie scenes ever.
Oh, that's great. I'm glad you included that one. All right, we're staying with sports. Different one, though. Friday Night Lights.
You know what I love about Friday Night Lights? And Alex, I'm saying the movie and the TV series, because both are available to stream. I have friends who love this series who don't even really follow football. Because, again, it was about this community and about the brotherhood. And, you know, the original movie and book, it's a struggling community. And football, you know, it's your only way out. And for a lot of these kids, 16 and 17 is the highlight of their lives. But you also see the importance of good coaches who can become mentors, the politics of it all. And there's Billy Bob Thornton as the coach. And then Kyle Chandler took over that role for this series. I would say the TV series might even be better than the movie.
I know a lot of people who really, really love that series.
Love that
Still go back and watch it all these years later.
Yes, sir.
All right, the last one, the most recent of these, Hidden Figures in 2016.
And I love this because I had to do something about NASA. And we could have done the right stuff, and we could have done Apollo 13. But I love this because it shines the spotlight on the African-American women who are mathematicians. And really, we don't go to space, and we don't orbit the moon and get to the moon without their accomplishment. They're all real-life hidden figures who are no longer hidden figures, and great thanks to this movie because they figured out a way to tell the story without lecturing us. And there's some amazing scenes here. At one point, Taraji P. Henson, Kevin Costner is the head of the project, and he berates her. Why are you going on these 45-minute breaks? I put all my faith in you. And she says, it's because I have to go to the bathroom that's 2 miles from here because I can't use the one here. So another movie, Alex, that celebrates American accomplishment, but also reminds us that we had problems and we still have problems that some of us really don't even comprehend.
And this forces us to comprehend it in a very interesting
but very uplifting and inspirational, as are all 5 of these movies.
And NASA's kind of hot right now. I feel like there's a big comeback. They're back.
They're back.
The space program, for sure. Richard, thanks. Have a great 4th of July. Appreciate these recommendations.
You too. Thank you, Alex.